that leave independents, and where does that leave the challenges of being able to harness the youth vote if you are looking to be an independent candidate?
Well, more than 40% of young voters are independents, but they've been also trending away from the Republican Party towards the Democrats.
These first-time voters are doing this time has huge implications for the Democratic Party, also for the Republican Party going forward. How are they going to win the bet in substantial numbers toward the Democrats? What are the Democrats going to do with them if they've got them?
And it's really important to note, too, that John Kerry won the youth vote by 10 points in 2004. Barack Obama is now winning them 2-1. And it's hard to believe that just back in 2000, Al Gore and George Bush split the youth vote. Who would have thought Al Gore would be even there?
Because I know it's how I work for McCain, so you don't have to worry about that. But I want to ask you, looking ahead to 2012, what will be, or what would you be giving advice to the Republicans when it comes to finding a way to bring more young people into the fold?
Well, you have to have established base on college campuses. Barack Obama has spoken at more than 200 college campuses. John McCain not even coming close to that. It's interesting that Ronald Reagan captured the youth vote by winning 59% in 1984, and that is because he did reach out to young people and he brought out their innate conservatism. If you think about it, young people have a rebellious nature to them. They don't want to plan the economy. They don't want Uncle Sam telling them what to do. And if you look at the two positions and the two philosophical, I know she's laughing right now, but it's true. They want the two philosophical differences between someone telling you what to do, how to spend your money, and on what. And just John McCain and the GOP do not stand for that, but they don't translate that to the young people on issues that matter most to them.
You've got your work cut out for you. About a week ago, I moderated a debate between campus Republicans and campus Democrats, and the room was filled with Obama supporters. There were a few McCain supporters there. Certainly those who debated on his behalf were articulate, but they didn't have a lot of people listening.
And one of the lasting lessons that come out of this election is you need to focus on areas that are growing, not preaching to an ever-shrinking base, but increasing, reaching out to independents and trying to realign younger voters.
And I promise you're going to get the last word next time, Patricia, because we are out of time. Thanks so much, you guys. Very interesting conversation.
Well, we're continuing to watch the live pictures this morning of Barack Obama at the Shoesmith Elementary School there in his home of Hyde Park in Chicago, casting his ballot. He's been there for a long time. Obviously, I don't know if they have an optical ballot there that he has to fill out the bubbles, but he actually at one point held up the ballot trying to figure out, asking some questions like, perhaps how do we vote on this particular ballot? Just what a historic moment this is to see an African-American candidate obviously voting for himself here in this election, but casting a ballot for himself for president. As Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco, was saying to us a little earlier today, he didn't think that ever in his life would he see this moment. And there is Senator Obama. Michelle Obama there in the polling booth with him, and Sasha and Malia, the two daughters, there as well. And of course, tonight at Grant Park in Chicago, Lakeside area of Chicago, that huge party tonight, which will be a celebration regardless of the outcome of the election because of the historic nature of this candidacy. Expecting 70,000 invited people there, but in the spillover area, in the adjacent area, it could be as many as 1 million people. And Karen, they're fortunate tonight to have just absolutely marvelous. As you think November 4th in Chicago, the weather could go so far south, it could be horrible standing out there. I remember in 2000 standing out in the rain in Nashville waiting for Al Gore to appear, but it sounds like everything is going to be just beautiful for tonight's party there in Grant Park.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be nice. It's funny. It's going to be beautiful in Chicago here in November, and it's pouring on everybody in Virginia this morning, as we saw. We're also looking at pictures to the right of your screen of Wilmington, Delaware. That's where any moment we're going to see Joe Biden. He's in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware as well. I'm going to be casting his vote when he comes out there. He's also doing some blitzing through some of the battleground states as well before he made his way back, and then a bit later he's going to be joining Barack Obama in Chicago for tonight.
One of the things to watch tonight, of course, CNN's coverage of the election returns begins tonight at 6 o'clock. The state of Virginia will be one of the first polls to close at 7 o'clock, and there are many people, including Republican analysts, who believe we'll get an early indication from the way the voting goes in Virginia of how things may go across the nation. Now, some people say, well, each state is its own individual microcosm and not necessarily representative of some sort of democratic tide that could sweep across the nation if Barack Obama were to win Virginia. But take a look at what happens in Virginia, because as we gamed out the magic wall at the beginning of this hour, there is a real possibility here that if Barack Obama hangs on to all of the states that he has either solidly in his column or leaning in his column, hangs on to Virginia, That's pretty much it. John McCain can win everything else and still fall short. Barack Obama would have 272 electoral votes. John McCain would need to put Virginia in his win column, or he would need to turn Pennsylvania and put it in his win column in order to get across the line. It would obviously be a very close finish, not the landslide for Senator Obama that many people are predicting, but if he puts Virginia in the win column on tonight, that is going to make it a very difficult road for John McCain to win the White House.
That's right, and as many pundits like to point out, Virginia, a key state for many other reasons, but one of them is the fact that it has not gone toward a Democrat, not voted for a Democrat since Lyndon Johnson had a landslide victory back in 1964. So a tough environment for John McCain to lose in that state that for so long could be counted on to go red. And again, if you're just joining us this morning, what we're looking at right now is Barack Obama. He is casting his ballot with his family this morning near his home in Hyde Park at Shoesmith Elementary School. Part of his day is just what the average person is doing, despite the fact that he must be facing enormous pressure and excitement about what's coming tonight. But after he casts his vote, he's also playing a pickup game of basketball with some buddies, the tradition that he says he likes to do when there's a lot of stress riding on his shoulders.
Yeah, keep the blood moving as well, because he's going to have to stay up late tonight to address that party at Grant. There's a possibility things could end early tonight. There's a possibility that things might not end tonight at all. It all depends on how we start to see the vote breaking across the nation. On the right-hand side of your screen there, by the way, Wilmington, Delaware, where we're expecting the Vice Presidential running mate Joe Biden to come and cast his vote in the next few minutes or so. He's actually running a little bit late. Another state to watch tonight is Pennsylvania. Now, this is one where Barack Obama has been leading by as much as 13 points. The margin there in our latest CNN poll of polls is now at 8. But John McCain's pollster, Bill McIntyre, thinks that Senator McCain really has a shot at pulling back Pennsylvania. And the area to watch tonight will be around in the counties around the Allentown area, Lehigh County. That's a county that went for John Kerry in 2004, but went for him narrowly. It was 3 points. And if you look at what happened in the primaries, Senator Obama lost Lehigh County to Senator Clinton by 20 points. So he potentially has some weak. So they're going to be looking in that area. They're going to be looking in the northeastern corner of the state and also in the southwestern corner.